gentlemen, and welcome to the News Hour at 9. I'm Navika Kumar, and ladies and gentlemen, first up on the News Hour, it's official now. The Congress Party, the National Congress Party, is now the official part of the separatist ideology in the Jammu and Kashmir state. In fact, the Congress Party today has said officially that it will support the Gupkar gang, which is against the revocation of Article 370, and in fact is saying that it will stand for anything to do and to defeat the BJP, which removed Article 370 from the valley. The Indian National Congress is set to ally with the Gupkar team for the upcoming district elections in Jammu and Kashmir. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, why the Gupkar alliance was formed. It was formed in August because their agenda on record is to oppose the idea of a one India, which means they want separate laws for India and separate status and laws for Jammu and Kashmir. Their actions since then have pretty much proven that their real agenda is to grab power by alienating the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And the BJP today has come out and lashed out at this opportunistic alliance just for political gains. Listen in to the face-off between the BJP and the Congress.
The Congress Party want the restoration of Article 370 in the original form. क्या कांग्रेस पार्टी फारूक अब्दुल्ला के उस स्टेटमेंट का समर्थन करती है कि धारा 370 को वापस लाने के लिए हम चाइना का समर्थन लेंगे? उस वक्तव्य का समर्थन करती है महबूबा जी के कि जब तक JNK का झंडा हमें फहराने का अधिकार नहीं मिलेगा तब तक हम तिरंगा नहीं फहराएंगे.
Congress party can never be anti-Tiranga. It was RSS in 1947. Ravi Shankar Prasad should know that about 2 years earlier, it was his party which has made an alliance with Mehbooba Mufti.
Well, on the case, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you why exactly this is so problematic and so anti-national. In fact, the country's principal national opposition party has now stooped to such a low just in order to counter the BJP in Jammu and Kashmir elections. Members of the Gupkar alliance have repeatedly tried to provoke Kashmiris by saying that the rest of India is against them. In fact, Mehbooba Mufti and today has only made a shocking remark claiming that the centre wanted to remove Kashmiris from Kashmir and get Biharis to settle in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, are you turning Kashmiris and Biharis against each other? Aren't they both Indians? Miss Mehbooba Mufti is a question everybody in this country asking that. In fact, her party leader Surinder Chaudhary had earlier said that Indians come to Kashmir and rapes and crimes increase. Indians come to Kashmir? Are Kashmiris not Indians? Also, the PDP president in fact claimed that the BJP's sole mission was to bring in outsiders and give all jobs to the outsiders. They don't treat them as Indians. They say these are outsiders and they will get the plum jobs. We will end up becoming peons. That's what was stated by the PDP earlier. The NC and PDP have both vehemently opposed the centre's laws to integrate Jammu and Kashmir land laws, which means any Kashmiri marrying somebody outside of Kashmir will have no access or no rights to their own land in their own state. I mean, that's how discriminatory those laws were. But that's not what Mehbooba Mufti and Omar Abdullah or Farooq Abdullah want. In fact, they've even insulted India's tricolour. Mehbooba Mufti said that she will not allow the tricolour to be unfurled in Jammu and Kashmir till such time that the Jammu and Kashmir flag is brought back. And above all, Farooq Abdullah, the chief patron of the National Conference, who says we will take the help of China and Pakistan if it is required to bring back Article 370 and a cozy status for the top 3 families of Jammu and Kashmir. Because this is not a fight for the Tiranga, this is not a fight for India, this is not a fight for Kashmiris. This is only to protect the fiefdoms of the powerful families of Jammu and Kashmir that this Gupkar gang has come together, and today the Congress is officially a part of this gang. So ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question on the news hour tonight: has Congress put officially politics above patriotism? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Dr. Sambit Patra, National Spokesperson of the BJP. Also joining me is Sushil Pandit, Dr. Anand Ranganathan. With me tonight is also MC Abbas. I have Tehseen Poonawala. I'm also joined by Vivek Srivastava of the CPI, and I have a young congressman of the Youth Congress in Jammu and Kashmir. Going across to Tehseen Poonawala first. Tehseen Poonawala, I want to ask you, with all the rumblings of the Congress, with all the problems that the Congress has, now I want to ask you, is the Congress officially a separatist party? Is it a national opposition party or a separatist party? Do you believe that Tiranga will be conditional in Jammu and Kashmir? And I want you to say it upfront clearly here to the people of India. Does Rahul Gandhi agree with Mr. Farooq Abdullah? Does he believe that after the MOU signed with China, now the Congress party will also take the help of China to bring back Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir? I want you to answer these questions, Tehseen Poonawala, clearly, without ambiguity.
Absolutely, clearly, without ambiguity, because the only ambiguity seems to be in the brains of the BJP, which is a party which now being re-cherished as Bharatiya Jhutha Party. Each point I will answer. First on the Tiranga. From Golwalkar, who said Tiranga is Ashubh, to not flying the Tiranga, the RSS headquarters, BJP is against Tiranga. Every Congressee loves the Tiranga. It's tattooed on our hearts, on our arms. Point number 2. The BJP MP, Mr. Namgal, the MP from Ladakh, contested the elections and fought saying BJP will get Article 370 in Ladakh. He's promised that. BJP, I'm quoting Times of India. BJP in Ladakh says, in Jammu says 371 should be put, land should be protected. BJP is for national interest. Now you're saying does Congress want Article 370 to go? The matter is in the Supreme Court. Unlike Mr. Narendra Modi, who apparently can control everything, Congress cannot control, I believe, judges, for sure. I don't know if BJP can, I'm not making any implication, but Modi can control everything. So is BJP controlling Supreme Court? Because I didn't know that. Now comes the most important question that is being raised here. Is the Congress fighting the elections in Jammu and Kashmir with an alliance with the PDP and NC? It's not. It's fighting on its own. Who was in an alliance with Farooq Abdullah, now a separatist? Bharatiya Janata Party. Who was in an alliance with Mehbooba Mufti? Bharatiya Janata Party. So I end my point by saying the only party in this country which is a separatist party is the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is anti-Tiranga, anti-Constitution, anti-India, and perhaps they know what Supreme Court judgment is. Therefore, they're saying 370 will be restored. How do they know what the Supreme Court is going to declare?
Dr. Sambit Patra, obfuscation, not one word stated about Farooq Abdullah and the opposition to the help from China and Pakistan to bring back Article 370. Also talking about the fact, and let me tell you, the matter is in Supreme Court, but the greats of the Congress party are not prevented from tweeting. Mr. P. Chidambaram has tweeted about it. He's spoken about it. Every single congressman has spoken about 370 and how it should be brought back. That time they don't remember that the matter is sub judice. But Dr. Patra, they will point a finger back at the BJP.
See, as far as Article 370 and its discussions are concerned, remember the day one when Mr. Amit Shah, the Home Minister, brought up Article 370 on the floor of Parliament, the first one to get up in fact, and opposed Mr. Amit Shah was the LOP from the Congress party, Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. And what were the words of Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary? The words of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary were, how can you even discuss Article 370 on the floor of Indian Parliament since it is a bilateral affair? Meaning hence that did you take the permission of Pakistan to discuss Article 370, number one. Number two, remember, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, after the abrogation of Article 370, comes out of the Parliament and fakely and in a wrong manner puts out a statement, gives a statement to the media that according to my knowledge, thousands of people have been killed in Jammu and Kashmir because of abrogation of Article 370. What does Pakistan do of it? Pakistan uses this statement of Mr. Rahul Gandhi as the number one alibi in its statement in the dossier that it submits to United Nations. So everything that Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party has done for Article 370 has been used only by Pakistan and people who are inimical to India and Indian interest. See, I don't understand as to why. I mean, the Congress party is trying to oscillate between Rashtravad and Algawad. That's what exactly the Congress party is trying to do. Tehseen Poonawalla was saying, तिरंगा तो हमारे छाती में रखा हुआ है, तिरंगा तो हमारे हाथों में टैटू किया हुआ है. अरे भैया, टैटू किया हुआ है, छाती में रखा हुआ है. So why do you support a Mehbooba Mufti who comes out and say that I would not pick up the Tiranga until and unless Article 370 is restored? Why do you stand with Farooq Abdullah who says, well, yes, it's good, Tehseen, to see your hand that you have a tattoo out there. But why do you stand with Mehbooba Mufti? Why do you stand with Farooq Abdullah who says that we want to get back Article 370 even if the help of China is required? And I, in the press conference today in the morning, have said it is not Gupkar gang. Please call it Guptachar gang. Otherwise, it's too much of coincidence. And remember, when there is too many coincidences, it's always a conspiracy. Rahul Gandhi is speaking against India, supporting China, calling the Indian Prime Minister coward and dara hua, kayar, etc., but not a word against China. Remember, if we have the Pakistani dispensation coming out and saying that hum dare hue the, pair hamare kaap rahe the, pasina chhoot raha tha, and here we have Rahul Gandhi in fact attacking the Indian dispensation, Indian army, but not a word of appreciation about Indian army when this dara hua, chupa hua thing of Pakistan comes out. So when you connect all these dots, you realize that this is not Gupkar, this is Guptachar gang.
Quick response.
Well, it's not so Guptachar at all. MC Abbas, I want to ask you, MC Abbas. 1 minute, Tehseen Poonawalla. MC Abbas, I want to ask you, is there any possibility of a negotiation on what India's relationship with China should be? Do you think the Congress party will stand with the statement made by Farooq Abdullah, where he said we will take help from China if required, if we have to bring back Article 370? क्यों भाई आपका पूरा fiefdom वहां से उठ गया है? क्यों भाई आपका influence खत्म हो गया है? क्यों भाई अब सब equal हो गए? There are no Rajas and Maharajas left in Jammu and Kashmir. Is that the problem, MC Abbas?
Bhavika ji, that is certainly not a problem at all. And first and foremost, my good friend and national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party raised so many questions with respect to Mehbooba Mufti and Farooq Abdullah. Well, respected sir, it is the same Mehbooba Mufti under which you allied with and formed the government at Jammu and Kashmir with the Common Minimum Program, where it was mentioned that these two parties coming into power support the Article 370. हो जाता है कभी selective amnesia हो जाता है समित पात्रा जी. Also sir, let me tell you, आपका RSS कब नेशनल फ्लैग को अपना फाइट किया? कभी है क्या आपके कोई भी छोटे मोटे क्वार्टर्स में या हेडक्वार्टर्स में कभी देश का तिरंगा फैलाया है आरएसएस ने? नहीं, अभी तो आपको सुनाई नहीं देगा ना, क्योंकि सच कड़वा होता है और सच सुनने के लिए बहुत शक्ति चाहिए. और दूसरी बात, आप बताइए, आप जब फॉर्मेशन करते हो फारूक अब्दुल्ला के साथ, आप जब फॉर्मेशन करते हो महबूबा मुफ्ती के साथ, तो वो 100% सत्य है. That is holier than thou. But when a Congress allies, there is a huge problem. You didn't have a problem with allying with so-called anti-national as per you, Mehbooba Mufti. When you did it, it is प्यार. जब कांग्रेस करे तो वार. ये कैसा समस्या है संबित पात्रा जी? And the final point, sir, with the abrogation of Article 370, what did Modi ji say? IIT जाएंगे, IIM जाएंगे, global investors meet होगा. कहाँ है IIT भैया? वो तो छोड़ो, 6 years you are in governance. What did you do for the Kashmiri Pandits apart from lip service? you are in power but you're not in office. You come into power only to win elections, but do nothing when it comes to development, nothing comes to vikas, and nothing for the
चाइना पे अपना स्टैंड क्यों नहीं क्लियर करते हैं? तिरंगा पे अपना स्टैंड क्यों नहीं क्लियर करते हैं एमसी अब्बास? डॉक्टर पात्रा, नॉट वन वर्ड ऑन चाइना. चाइना के बारे में बोलने से इनके मुंह पे पट्टी क्यों बन जाती है? चाइना के बारे में बोलने में इनको डर लगता है क्या?
नाविका जी, मोदी जी खुद चाइना का नाम नहीं.
नाविका, if he allows me. चलिए अब्बास जी, allow me.
Yes, Dr. Pathra.
See, Navika, this is a very serious debate. Let me put this in perspective. I mean, what was the statement of Ghulam Mir Ahmed, the president of the Congress party, day before yesterday when he conducted the press conference? He said that we are coming in alliance with the Gupkar alliance only because of the reason that we want to keep away all those forces, the BJP, quote unquote, the BJP, so that forced intrusion of the laws of India are not applied in Jammu and Kashmir. My question is, how are the laws of India forced and applied in Jammu and Kashmir? Is not Jammu and Kashmir a part of India? And who makes these laws? These makes are made on the floor of the Parliament of India, with the representatives of the people of Jammu and Kashmir as well being part of Parliament of India. And what are the laws which have found its entry post abrogation of Article 370 to Jammu and Kashmir? Let me give you a few examples. You decide whether they should find an entry to Jammu and Kashmir or not. The Dowry Act, Anti-Corruption Act, Triple Talaq Law, the law of RTI, the law against manual scavenging by the Dalits, the law for the protection of the right of women as far as their inheritance, etc. is concerned, the law of domicile. I mean, we had 3 people, 2 prime ministers and 1 deputy prime minister, who came as refugees to this country but did not choose Jammu and Kashmir as their abode, but settled elsewhere, and they became prime minister and deputy prime minister, Mr. Gujral, Mr. Manmohan Singh and Mr. L.K. Advani. But here we have people staying in Jammu and Kashmir who came along with these prime ministers, not finding even school for their children. Why should manual scavenging not be banned in Jammu and Kashmir?
Congress Party's youth wing in Jammu and Kashmir, Sanam Shah joining us, only going across to him, Dr. Patra, after interrupting you because I have a bad network with him. But Sanam
answer
Shah,
my question, ma'am. Give me 2 minutes, please. I have a request to you.
आप तिरंगे के लिए खड़े हैं या आप पाकिस्तान के लिए खड़े हैं? आप कांग्रेस पार्टी इंडिया के साथ है या कांग्रेस पार्टी चाइना के साथ है?
बीजेपी exposed in India. BJP had exposed in Jammu and Kashmir. Congress party solution in India. Congress party solution in Jammu and Kashmir. कब्बार से इनको डर क्यों लग रहा है? किस बात का डर लग रहा है? अरे तुम्हें अगर दम है तो आप तुम चाइना का जवाब दो. पाकिस्तान के धमाके से आते हैं, तुम पाकिस्तान में बात करो. जो 370 है ये चाइना ने नहीं दिया हमें, ये 370 में पाकिस्तान ने नहीं दिया, हमारे हिंदुस्तान के संविधान ने, डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर जी के आईने हमें 370 दिया. तुमने गैर कानूनी तरीके से 370 को
चाइना की मदद लेना चाहते हैं? सनम शाह जी आप क्या चाइना की मदद लेना चाहते हैं? अगर आर्टिकल 370 वापस लाना है तो आप क्या फारूक अब्दुल्ला के साथ चाइना के पास जाएंगे मदद लेने इंडिया के खिलाफ?
आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेताओं से पूछो.
नहीं, आप पहले मेरी बात का जवाब दे. आप पहले मेरी बात का जवाब दे. सनम शाह, आप मेरी बात का जवाब दे. आप इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस है या चाइना नेशनल कांग्रेस है? आप कहां से आए हैं? सुशील पंडित, ये सनम शाह इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस से है या चाइना नेशनल कांग्रेस से है? क्योंकि ये फारूक अब्दुल्ला या तिरंगे की बात जो महबूबा मुफ्ती ने कही, इन दोनों पे कोई जवाब नहीं दे रहे.
है या नहीं है, हमें सबूत नहीं देना पड़ेगा. अरे तुम कब तक हम पर इल्जाम लगाते रहोगे? सनम शाह की रगू में भी हिंदुस्तान है. कोई आपके चैनल में बैठ के देश को बांटने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. हम हिंदुस्तानी हैं, हमें सर्टिफिकेट नहीं देना पड़ेगा. हम
कश्मीर के बारे में समझ लीजिए. That everyone must know, and through your program I want to reach out to your viewers on this.
तुम्हें बस एक ही बात है,
Kashmir
तुम्हें
में
पाकिस्तान,
Congress,
पाकिस्तान,
National Conference and PDP are just three different labels. Their leaders are manufactured, contract manufactured in the same jihadi factory. These three parties get their people, their ideologues, their policies from the same jihadi factory where they are contract manufactured. Which is why all this while they were going through the motions and pretending to be pro-India just because they took oath of allegiance on Indian Constitution. लेकिन अभी इमरान खान का इंटरव्यू आया है जिसमें वो कह रहा है कि आज तक जो भी लीडर्स वहां प्रो इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स करते थे अब वो इंडिया के खिलाफ हो गए हैं. They have become anti-India and taking cue from Imran Khan's interview. Today they have decided to contest elections together. This is the reality of Kashmir. All those delusional differences that we had about these 3-4 different political parties and therefore 3-4 different set of policies were all a chimera, was all hoax, was bunkum. Today they have shed their pretensions, today they have shed their hypocrisy and they have come together to oppose India just as Pakistani Prime Minister has suggested in his interview. So that is what India must see. Number two, and this is even more important point, these leaders have had a track record of perfidy. Our election commission must disenfranchise them. Their political parties should be deregistered and they should be completely debarred from using our elections and democracy to subvert it from within. This is important. This is critical. Today, they should not be allowed to misuse these
सनम शाह, मैं आपसे सिर्फ एक सवाल पूछना चाहती हूँ. मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहती हूँ सनम शाह, क्या आप चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तानी जितने भी हैं वो जम्मू और कश्मीर में जमीन खरीद सकते हैं या नहीं, या वो बाहर रहना चाहिए जम्मू और कश्मीर से? क्या आप चाहते हैं कि राहुल गांधी, प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा जमीन खरीद सकें जम्मू और कश्मीर में या बाहर रहें? क्या आप चाहते हैं कि आप इंडिया के खिलाफ चाइना की मदद लेंगे? क्या आप तिरंगे को सैल्यूट करेंगे या आप तिरंगे की तौहीन करेंगे? सनम शाह, आज ये बात पे आर-पार हो जाए.
मैम प्लीज गिव मी फॉर 3 मिनट्स. आई एम टेलिंग यू इंशाल्लाह. मैं आपको बताऊंगा पर आप मुझे 3 मिनट दें. मैं पूछना चाहता हूं देश के प्रधानमंत्री से, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेताओं से और जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पत्रकार बैठे हुए हैं, आप अपनी दुकान से खुद क्यों देंगे ये बताएं मुझे. मैम 370 हमारा जम्मू कश्मीर का हक है. ये हिंदुस्तान के आईन ने हमें दिया है. ये डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर जी के आईन ने हमें दिया है. आपने यहाँ की मेन स्ट्रीम लीडर से पूछा नहीं. आपने 4 तारीख को कर्फ्यू लगा दिया. आपने हमें कमरे के अंदर बंद करके ये फैसला किया. आपने यहाँ की असेंबली से पूछा.
Since it's a poor voice quality of his and he has asked certain questions, I want to reply those. I want to reply those questions. Navika, first and foremost, tell him to get his facts right.
या 3 परिवारों का हक है?
हर जगह पे
डॉक्टर पात्रा, 3 परिवारों का हक है 370 या कश्मीरियों का हक है? अब्दुल्ला फैमिली, मुफ्ती फैमिली एंड द कांग्रेस फैमिली.
See, what does the Constitution?
ये 370 हमारा था.
See, what did the Constitution of India say as far as Article 370 is concerned? It was temporary and transient. I mean, there are people over here in the panel as well, and outside of it who felt that temporary and transient means permanent. That is the IQ level of Rahul Gandhi. Temporary and transient does not mean permanent. Remember, number one. Number two, why don't you want projects in Jammu and Kashmir to be inspected by CAG? Why don't you want the anti-corruption rules to be applied in Jammu and Kashmir? My question is, why don't you want people of India to go and settle there? Why is it that you have fear that there would be a demographic change? It means that you have something within you where you want to keep Jammu and Kashmir only as a Muslim majority state. I say this
that's the point. And Dr. Anand Ranganathan, it is that corruption is their birthright and they will have it, which is the reason they are opposing. Article 370 abrogation, which is why this unholy nexus of the Gupkar gang comes together with the stated agenda of humiliating the Tiranga, of humiliating India by standing with China and Pakistan. Is that what the Gupkar alliance stands for? And is the Congress, which is the national opposition party, now part of this unholy nexus? Does it finally adopt the separatist values that were so difficult for India to deal with over the last several decades? Is that what Congress is now officially associating itself with, Dr. Anand Ranganathan?
Yeah, good evening, Navika. I've been waiting very patiently for half an hour, so can I please request the courtesy of a couple of minutes from my esteemed panelists? Thanks very much. Navika, a more apt moniker for these bunch of diners coming together would be Baskar Alliance. Baskaro. Enough of your sectarianism and bigotry. Enough. These guys have turned Kashmir into a snakes and ladder game. The ladders are provided by Pakistan and the snakes by Indians. I say Indians, but I wonder if these people think of themselves as Indians. Their first allegiance is to religion, second to Pakistan, third to China, fourth to dynasty. They set the boat down for the snakes and ladder game, which their progenies have been playing ever since, making sure Kashmir's bubbling and ever-present communal bigotry, ethnic cleansing, terrorism and religious fanaticism don't enter the India narrative. They talk of abrogating 370 to protect human and religious rights. But when have you heard them speak out against the brutal trampling of human rights of lakhs of Dalits, Gurkhas, women, Sikhs, refugees, homosexuals in Kashmir because of 370? Dalit postgraduates could only get a job as a sweeper. Gurkha warriors could only get a job as a security guard. But these messiahs of human rights were absolutely fine by it for decades. But I'll tell you, when they do speak out, when their power and authority are threatened, like when Mehbooba Mufti spoke out, and I quote her, if you scrap 370, why would a Muslim majority state even want to stay with you? People will raise flags other than Tiranga. You will see things you haven't seen since 1947. Or when Farooq Abdullah spoke out, and I quote, they want to abolish 370 and will remain silent. Inshallah, we will fight. We dare them. Allah would want that we again gain independence from India, unquote. Well, the only independence that was gained was by India. From rotten apples like them. Listen up. You can collect all the dynasties of the world for all I care. But Kashmir will never again go back to being your Jagir. आपको जो 200 स्क्वायर यार्ड्स का प्लॉट दिया गया है, उसमें जो झंडा गाड़ना है गाड़ो और प्यार और अमन से रहो.
Vivek Srivastava, I want to ask you. Simple question. Don't go here and there. Do you support the Congress party standing with China, or do you support the Congress party standing with India? Will you go crawling to China to take help?
I don't think
India?
the Congress party.
Is that your alliance?
Party stands with China. The Congress party is also an Indian party, respects this nation, fights elections here, and makes the government over here. So apart from BJP, if you are trying to label all the opposition parties
so Farooq Abdullah, when he says we will take the help of Farooq Abdullah says we will take the help of China and Pakistan, when Mehbooba Mufti says we will not unfurl the Tiranga till such time that the Jammu and Kashmir flag comes back, what about that?
I believe in the Indian Constitution. I believe in the Indian Constitution, but I feel the revocation of Article 370 was wrong.
Indian Constitution में तो हम भी believe करते हैं.
But it was wrong to remove the Article 370. Kashmir was always with India. For the last 70 years, Kashmiris are
because you agree with Pakistan and not with India. You agree with Pakistan, not with India. And let me get in Tehseen Poonawala. Once again on the news hour tonight, I want to ask you: does the Congress stand for Indian National Congress, or is it Indian Anti-National Congress? Do you agree with Mehbooba Mufti when she says no Tiranga in Jammu and Kashmir till the Jammu and Kashmir flag comes back? Question one. And question two, with the MOU with China that Rahul Gandhi has signed, I want to ask you, will you now go and seek help from China against India? to remove the uniform laws between the rest of India and Jammu and Kashmir? Respond to these two questions, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla.
The person seeking help from China was an alliance partner of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Farooq Abdullah, who has nothing to do with Congress. Surely as a senior anchor and as the editor-in-chief of Times Now, ma'am, you know that Farooq Abdullah is not in an alliance with the Congress at the moment. Number two, the Congress defeated China in Nasula and Chola in 1784. But it is the Bharatiya Janata Party, Narendra Modi ji, who does not have the guts to take China's name from his mouth. In fact, on Times Now, Narendra Modi ji lied. I was on Times Now live when he said, "Na koi gussa hai, na koi ghus paya." 300 square kilometer पे China बैठा हुआ है और नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने चाइना को क्लीन चिट दिया. So my question to you, Sambit Patra, is Narendra Modi in an alliance with China because the son of the External Affairs Minister is working in an organization that China funded 6 months before coming into India, into Ladakh, and there were 19 reports sent to Amit Shah ji, and they overlapped and were sleeping when these reports were sent by ITRB and the satellite images of Chinese intrusion. So is Amit Shah and Narendra Modi in hands and gloves with China? You answer that. And why did you remove
Dr. Patra, MOU पे तो कोई जवाब है नहीं. पैसा क्यों लिया चाइना से, राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन से, वो तो कोई जवाब नहीं है. बाकी दुनिया भर के सवाल हैं. रिस्पॉन्ड कीजिए डॉक्टर पात्रा.
जरा पूछो राम माधव क्या कर रहे थे चाइना में, जरा पूछो.
See, Navika, in fact, we have discussed this ad nauseum, and the people of this country know what the real truth is. Recently concluded Bihar election speaks a lot. Of the 70 seats, why did the Congress party get only 19 seats? And what was the mandate? The mandate for the Congress party and this anti-national treacherous stand of the Congress party, the people said, "Chup kar, don't speak against surgical strike. Chup kar, don't speak against air strike. Chup kar, don't call your Prime Minister coward and kayar. Chup kar, don't go and sign MOUs with Xi Jinping in 2008 and other times. Chup kar, don't receive money from China. Chup kar, don't speak against your own army." And instead of chup kar, they have gone to gup kar. My God, I mean, I find it really hilarious. This is ridiculous that despite all these bashing every day from the people of India, the Congress party still has the gumption to shout aloud in the TV debates and justify the stand taken by the first family of the Congress party, to justify the stand taken by Mr. Ghulam Mir Ahmad of the Congress party, the president of Congress party in Jammu Kashmir, when he says, why should the laws of India be applied to Jammu and Kashmir? Why should not, sir? Child Marriage Act. My question, Tehseen Poonawalla, to you is, Child Marriage Act, why should not child marriage and POCSO Act be enacted in Jammu and Kashmir? Why should it not be? Why should Anti-Corruption Act not be a part of Jammu and Kashmir legislative, the constitution of Jammu and Kashmir? Why should it not be? Do you not stand for the right of women? Why should Anti-Dowry Act not be a part of Jammu and Kashmir legalities? Why should it not be? Why should the Dalit brothers
answer the question, if people from India, what Mehbooba Mufti calls India, if people from India go to Jammu and Kashmir, will rapes and crimes increase? I want to ask you. If you go from here to Jammu and Kashmir, will rapes and crimes increase?
So, quick answers. First, both the Anti-Corruption Act exists in Kashmir even when 370 was there, and the women's inheritance was abolished by the Jammu and Kashmir High Court. But of course, we will not speak facts. Now, what is Narendra Modi ji doing with Nagaland? He gave them a separate flag, a separate passport, a separate parliament. Otherwise, put the agreement in front of Navika ji. I challenge you, put the agreement out. You don't even do it. Your MP is asking for no land to be bought under 371. Are Sambit buy agricultural land.
Why don't you put your MOU? Dr. Anand Ranganathan, obfuscation is the only point that the Congress has. No details of why money was taken from China for Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, no details of the MOU with China. But I want to ask you, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, just last response to Tehseen Poonawalla. No response to the divide that is being created between the Tiranga and the Jammu and Kashmir flag and between Indians and Kashmiris. Are we not part of the same country?
No, absolutely. And I must to give the devil his due, half the questions that Tehseen has posed to Dr. Patra are quite pertinent and Dr. Patra should answer it. Like, for example, when Tehseen said that in the combined manifesto of PDP and BJP, did the BJP say that we are not going to abrogate 370? Dr. Patra should come out and say whether BJP said that or not. But as far as my good friend Tehseen is concerned, can I please remind him of something, a basic principle of law, Navika, which is called the Blackstone ratio, which is you'd much rather acquit 10 guilty people than convict one non-guilty one. And here I want to ask all those proponents of human rights, the example is right before you. For 50 years, the Dalits were so persecuted, shamelessly persecuted in Kashmir. The same Dalits you say that you stand up for their human rights for. They were postgraduates, PhDs, but they could only get a job as a sweeper. With abrogation of Article 370, all that is gone. Do you not support that? Do you not support the emancipation of millions of lakhs of Dalits? Look into the eyes of Radhika Gill and answer that.
Absolutely. Equal opportunity, equal laws. That is what Article 370 was preventing when it was present in Jammu and Kashmir. And today, the Congress Party, the Indian National Congress, the party established in 1885, the party that prides itself for fighting for getting India its independence, which it did through its continued opposition to the British rule. But today, not only has it reduced its relevance in states after state in Indian elections, but today, by associating themselves with a separatist ideology, which standing against the Tiranga and standing for China and Pakistan, has the Congress finally marginalized itself to protect turf for 3 families in Jammu and Kashmir. Are they fighting for Kashmiris or are they fighting for their own influence, the prominent families of Jammu and Kashmir's influence? That's the question we need to ask. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. Debate number 2 and another mutiny in the Congress party coming up on the other side.